The television show, The Big Bang Theory, has been one of the most popular sitcoms of its time, captivating millions of viewers worldwide with its quirky characters and witty humor. While much of the show's focus was on the lives of the geeky, male protagonists, the women on the show, Penny, Amy, and Bernadette, also became fan favorites. However, behind the scenes and beyond the laughter, there were aspects about these women and their roles that many fans never fully realized, or were never told. What the women of The Big Bang Theory didn't want you to know reveals the complexities and challenges they faced, both on and off screen. Firstly, the actresses who played these characters often found themselves navigating a difficult balance between the stereotypes their roles could reinforce and their own desire to portray strong, multifaceted women. Penny, played by Kaley Cuoco, was originally written as the typical girl next door, a character who was somewhat out of place in the geek-dominated world. Over time, however, Penny's character developed into a confident, independent woman with her own ambitions. Yet, the actresses have shared in interviews that they had to work hard to push against the initial scripts that sometimes leaned on outdated or simplistic ideas about women. This struggle was not just a personal challenge but also a reflection of the broader industry's slow progress in representing women authentically. Amy Farrah Fowler and Bernadette Rostenkowski-Wolowitz, portrayed by Mayim Bialik and Melissa Roche, respectively, also faced their share of challenges. Amy's character, introduced later in the series, was often seen as socially awkward and highly intellectual, which broke many stereotypes about women in science but sometimes led to her being the butt of jokes. Mayim Bialik, who holds a PhD in neuroscience herself, has spoken openly about the importance of portraying Amy with respect and depth, but also about the tension between the humor derived from her quirks and the risk of reinforcing negative stereotypes about women scientists. Similarly, Bernadette's character blended a strong professional career with a statured, sometimes sweet appearance, creating a contrast that challenged conventional expectations but also occasionally veered into caricature. Behind the camera, the women of The Big Bang Theory also dealt with the pressures of a male-dominated writer's room and industry. Despite the show's success, the perspectives shaping the storylines and jokes were largely male, which meant that the female characters' stories sometimes lacked nuance or were framed through a predominantly male lens. The actresses have hinted that they often had to advocate for their characters' development, pushing for storylines that offered more complexity and respect. Moreover, the show's portrayal of gender dynamics, relationships, and social roles sometimes sparked debate among viewers and critics alike. The women, through their performances and occasional off-screen comments, acknowledged that while the show was groundbreaking in many ways, it was not without its flaws. They wanted audiences to see beyond the surface-level humor and appreciate the efforts to depict women as intelligent, funny, and independent individuals navigating complicated lives. In revealing what the women of The Big Bang Theory didn't want you to know, it becomes clear that these characters were more than just sources of comic relief or romantic interests. They were part of a larger conversation about gender representation in media, the challenges of acting within established stereotypes, and the ongoing evolution of female roles on television. Understanding this adds a new layer of appreciation for the women who brought Penny, Amy, and Bernadette to life, showing that their impact extends far beyond the laughter they inspired.